Bonjour, aujourd'hui, 70 es un jour Norvégien et soleil. Es un jour Norvégien et cloudy and sunny. Okay, anyway, it's Saturday. It's, well, sunny and I don't know. Let's sell blue. Rain clouds. Neige de pluie. I need to figure out what is called rain clouds. Didn't bring my phone out because I want to have a simple walk and a quick chat, because yesterday finished the game jam, which is great. Yesterday was great, everything great except for one piece of not so nice news. Expected, but you know, like that, raining and sad. So basically the news is interview went so great, but they didn't want to hire because of sponsor situation, which can be many things, right? They can use sponsor as a blanket statement for many stuff. Don't want to hire, or maybe ask too much and stuff. But you know what? Sometimes I will take it at face value first, because it can go on and what is the hidden thought? Mainly it's just sponsorship. Unless I am here permanent, I have an open work permit and I can simply work for anyone, and then I don't get the job, then chances are it's most probably salary, and they could have hired someone cheaper, something like that, alright? Something like that. But for now, let's go for sponsor, because that's what they say. Sad, yes. Prepared, yes. But this really solidifies the savings, money, many things, many preparations that I have been putting on forth for this little thing. But of course this will need me to accelerate my second plan. Not to say accelerate, but enforce a little bit more, which is to pack super light or live super light. Normally I say everything can fit into a car would be just nice, right? But living abroad, things get pretty messy. Especially people like me who likes to keep stuff. So to enforce it even more, or rather stage 2, because stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1, not this stage 1. My phase 1 is live light, live minimalist. That's why when I get a place, it's easy for me to navigate around, throw stuff. Basically throw stuff away, stuff I don't need, can get rid, and pretty much something like that. Now the question is, when you live abroad, things get pretty interesting because you have a 40 kg limit. Now that's fun. Broken bottles everywhere, drunks. So back to the story at hand. We need to prepare for the worst, and by mean worst, actually I already prepared for the worst already, which I have enough money to survive until December, then go back to Malaysia, job hunt again, and we need to stop the bleeding. In fact, we have to minimize the bleeding. Actually, I have a secondary plan to it. Is you will bleed one way or the other, right? So some people say it's an insurance policy. Oh, insurance will help you. I will say no. Insurance is all on yourself, right? Is to build up enough income. When you bleed, those money can be used. Not say used for bleeding, it's already there, right? It's like some will call it emergency. Normally people call it the emergency fund. For me, I would let's say it's the expenditure that you already spent ahead of time, but you put it aside so that you can use on days like this. Yeah, it's something along that line. It's basically you set up a fund, which I already did. They call it the emergency fund, but to me, I use it the other way around. It's money that you already spent. Yeah. So what I mean by that is, for example, if you require 1,000, okay, 1,000 a year, just 1,000 a month, right? In this case, I'm gonna use 1,000 a month just to get by, and you probably average it out I would say a year. Usually you want to keep a year, so you need to save at least 12,000 a year. Now some people say saved, I say no. I say by the end of the fiscal year, every fiscal year, you should have already 12,000 in the pocket. Means it's not savings, it's partially savings, but 12,000 in the pocket, but assuming you already spent $12,000 in that fiscal year. So what I mean by, okay, if you earn $2,000 a month and you need let's say $500, $2,000 a month clean, right? Means after tax and everything. Okay, let's assume after tax and everything, you need $1,000 to survive per month. But instead of putting $1,000, like spending $1,000 a month, you up by double. Means you are assuming that you are living $2,000 a month, but 1,000 goes to the actual usage, and then the another 1,000 goes to the savings. It can be in a savings account, gain interest, blah blah blah. But no, that means that one extra 1,000 is automatically assumed it's spent in a separate account, and then once at the end of fiscal year, you officially so for that particular year, so where was I? On the second year. So on the second year, no, at the end of first year, basically you spend 24,000 a year. Simple as that. You have to jot down as expenditure, and then the following year you can resume back normal life, like $12,000 a year. Then the extra 12,000 is bonus. But the way I see it is, every year you will save up a year's worth of living, right? So it's always double. It's always double. Every year is always double. So 24,000, and then let's say third year you work, basically you should have a promotion already, so you get like let's say you get 26,000 a year. So 24,000 write off as expenditure, left 2,000 for whatever you need to do. Now for every year you accumulate, basically you set up in a year of retirement or emergency, something like that. And that is beneficial because let's say you hit rock bottom, poof. After 3 years of working, you hit rock bottom, poof. Like me right now, no work and still building up revenue and income stream. I have an extra, so for every year I work, I can live off a year without doing anything, right? That's the beneficial of this strategy. Is it painful? It is very painful. For a family, it's much harder. But as a family, if you have two person have double income, it will be much easier. Yeah, it goes both ways, harder and easier at the same time. But basically that it is. So I think it's okay. It's a good plan. It's a great plan. I've been practicing since actually coming here, I enforce even more. So it becomes a more apparent payout right now, because I definitely had enough for 6 months. 6 months, technically 6 months, 6 times 3 is 18, 1.5 year in Malaysia. So one way or the other, yeah, if I go back to Malaysia, it's 1.5 years without doing anything. That means I paid off my rent, I paid off everything. That's how awesome it is. Anyhow, that's it for today. It's a little bit long-winded. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow.